Well, hello again, folks. Welcome to another edition to the Backwoods Logic series. In this episode, I'm going to give you a little update on the water filter that I built last year. And I got to say, I am really happy that I built this thing. Well, it's been about 10 months now since I first put this together, and I just couldn't be happier with it. The water here at the homestead is very hard. There's a lot of sulfur and iron and just lots of minerals in the water, and it's really hard on the plumbing here. So water like that tends to clog up the filters a lot faster than the spring water does in New Hampshire. I don't have any problems whatsoever there. So I have to do a little bit of maintenance to this to keep it working like it should. So I'm going to do that today, and I'm going to film the process because there's been a lot of folks that have written in and told me that they built this filter system. So since I'm going to do a little maintenance to mine, I figure I'll go ahead and share what I'm doing, and that'll help some of the folks that want to maintain their filter as well. Now, the way that the filter works is you pour the water in this upper basin, and the water has to seep through these filter units here, and then the clean water goes into the basin here. Now, I had bought a spigot for it, and you can also buy the spigot with the glass tube so you can see how much is in here. But since I just dumped the clean water right into a pitcher and I put it in the refrigerator, or I have it on the counter near my coffee maker, I never bothered putting a spigot on here. It's just easier for me to go ahead and dump this into a pitcher. So I didn't bother with any of that. Now you can see down in the reservoir here that there's a lot of staining. There's some particles in there. The filters themselves have a lot of rust residue on it. That's all the crap that was kept out of my drinking water. And the reservoir itself is nice and clean. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the filters, scrub out the pot, scrub the filters, get everything nice and shiny, put it back together, and we'll be back in business once again. You want to use caution when you're removing these here. These filters, these little spigots here, are only made of plastic. So if you're working it left and right like that, you could easily break that off. You want to be careful with that. Now you can see all the stuff trapped on the filter here. That was all kept out of my drinking water. All the rust in here. So I'm going to go ahead and scrub up the pot. Get it all scrubbed up on the inside. Nice and shiny again. Look at that crappy water. I'm glad all of that stuff stayed out of my drinking water. I'm going to do the same thing with the filters and just lightly scrub them with a little scrubby pad like this here. Going to get all that rust and crap off of there that the filters have trapped. Condition of your water will determine how often you have to do this. I do it about twice a year maybe, because the water is pretty bad here. Okay, the reservoir is nice and clean now, and the filters there are all scrubbed up. I'm going to reinstall them into the reservoir. We'll be back in business once again. Well, that was easy enough. The maintenance procedure only took but a few minutes, and now I'm all set for a good 6 months or so. If you want to build your own BERKEY style water filter like this and you missed my first tutorial, I'll put the link to that in the description box down below. And if you like what you see, please click the subscribe button so you can follow along for future updates. So all the best here, and God bless.